Hey guys, Tyro here bringing you some more Warcraft 3 action. Playing pointing in the south with Lawliet, playing as Night Elf and going for the Keeper of the Grove first. Going for a rather unusual camp here for these kobolds right out the gate. Very interesting stuff. Nature War in this position. Facing off against in the north we have Terror playing as Undead and going for the Death Knight first. So yeah, a bit of intercontinental action here.
Forces are under attack.
Europe versus Korea. Okay, claws picked up by the Death Knight. Light now rolling through with the treants, going for the shop next. Building a reasonable army of archers for doing any ancient war creeping. Just doing some scouting. Oh, good detonate. No more mana on the Death Knight, so can't even come in for any coil steals at the moment after that. Does come in and knock down a treant though. Light gonna stick around and finish off the rest of the camp. Heals up one of the low health archers. Terror coming back in, also hitting level 2. Creeping out in this easy camp with the ghouls. So here's the aura. Even the Skelly there for scouting at the moment. Lawliet rolling on through though. Just, you know, leaving that ancient war there, not creeping with it, and now going for this easy apprentice wizard camp. Might try to push onto the mercenary camp after this. We've got 4 ghouls down here and some skellies. In terms of tech, graveyard coming through about halfway to tier 2, as well as a second crypt. So I guess we're going to see some gargoyles. Interesting. Skelly expiring at the expansion camp. And some more skellies coming through, but no more rods remaining. Or Terror after that. Wow, even using an entangle on the skeleton to shut that down. But yeah, it doesn't have backpack either. So yeah, without the rod, I don't think this aggression's going to last long. Look at this, Lawliet building expansion down here. Terror spotting that now though. Quick to the cancel. Gets the detonate. Training a bit of mana from the Death Knight. And while this is going on, Lawliet makes a break for the mercenary camp. Oof, it's quite a lot of damage from that lightning shield. Takes it off. Okay, Invol.
A town is under siege.
Skelly doing a little bit of harass there. No shop up yet in the base for Lawliet. Leaving a cloak behind there. Full inventory on the Keeper.
A player's forces are under attack.
And the ghouls pulling back. Terror not able to get much going there. Okay, well, Lawliet has completed tier 2 tech. Has not started construction on any of the tech structures, however. We've got 2 gargs coming down. It's such a long time, but like, feels like gargs have been out of the meta for ages, but all of a sudden, seeing a lot more of them this patch.
A player's forces are under attack.
Used to be like every game against Night Elf, Ghoul Garg. And Lawliet, seeing the gargoyles picking up the panda. Always been the Night Elf counter. We get the exciting game of, you know, Gargs trying to go into stone form to dodge the haze fire. Nice micro battle possible.
Player's forces
damage
are under
items over
attack.
to the lich now, and an expansion coming in for Terror. Is doing a little bit of harass, but getting bullied by the archers. Now switching over to the main. But yeah, Lawliet not going for any dryads.
A town is under siege.
Which is rather unusual. Instead going straight to tier 3. Gargs pick off one wisp there. So this is a very unusual game, honestly. Oh, Lawliet, what are you
A
doing?
player's forces are under attack.
2 wisps down. What is he up to? Very uncharacteristic for Lawliet there. 2 wisps down to that harass. Level 2 now on the panda and level 4 on the keeper. That's nice side there, the mana stone. And Terra coming on the offensive. There's a couple towers coming online at the expansion. Feels pretty confident with that position. A Lawliet trying to sneak another expansion down here in the corner. Not going to be able to go up.
A player's forces are under attack.
Detonates that as well. Looks like somebody did pick up
A town is
an
under
item at some
siege.
stage. Town portal over to the expansion. A Zeppelin drop, in fact. The haunted gold mine so close to completion, but it doesn't go up. Perfect timing there for Lawliet. Wow. A town portal back here, and it wasn't even like a town portal over to the expansion. It was town portal to its main, still quite far away from this harass. Damage onto the Zeppelin from the gargoyle. Ooh, that was a sweet move for Lawliet. I thought, he's looking a little bit rusty. Maybe a couple of wisps go down. Maybe a couple small inefficiencies, but man, what a nice timing to counter that expansion. And just, continuing on with the archers as well. Got a pretty sizable army of archers. Picked up the Forest Troll Berserker as well. So, yeah, interesting tactics here from Lawliet. I imagine he's probably going to want to come in for another cancel as well with that Zeppelin. And up to the north once more. Going for a bit more creeping. Same story for Terra, also going for a wee bit more creeping. Taking care of the Merc camp.
A player's forces are
Already
under
healing on
attack.
both of his heroes now. Oh, Zeppelin gets scouted by the Gargs and they're chasing in after it. Panda and archers coming over to the defense. A little bit of damage there onto the gargoyles. Tier 3 underway now from Terra. Quite a lot later on. Does have all 5 echoes ready to roll on the gold mine. What's he going to be? About 500 gold
A
behind.
player's forces
Too
are
bad.
under attack.
Oh, big coil. Knocking out the archer there. Level 3 on the panda now. Nuke onto the archers. Good dodges with the Zeppelin though. Now the Death Knight is in trouble. Has to pop the big healing potion. Wants to stay in here though. The army of Terra does seem a little bit weak. They did pick off a few archers. Only got 3 left all of a sudden. Oh, he's got 3 more in the Zeppelin. That's why. 2 more archers going down there to the Nova. But he does deter any further chase. Haven't picked up the Orbs of Venom yet. So the Night Elf hero is not really packing a wallop. So I'm going to repair
A
up the
player's
Zeppelin.
forces are under attack.
This does allow Terra to take care of the rest of the camps up there. Not much experience left over there either. So overall that fight does go pretty well for him. Still got his shop remaining as well, so Terra in a good position to continue to level on his heroes. Even though he does have the level disadvantage at the moment, he should be able to close that gap quite a lot here. Lawliet though, he's coming on the offensive. And there are quite a lot of low health units here. Including the Death Knight, Wand of the Wind, only has 2 charges these days. Trying to run out. He's fire, a little bit of damage onto the Gargs, but not too impressive. Turns around to take care of that Treant, getting rid of the site. Slaughterhouse at the expansion here. Researching Destroyer form. Wow, even going for Ghoul Frenzy. How many ghouls does he have? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, makes sense. 7 ghouls. think that's worthwhile. More corruption picked up on the Lich. Bit more mana from that Dark Ritual on the Skellies. And Lawliet not repairing up the Zeppelin, just using it for scouting at the moment. Getting that last bit of experience, is he? Gonna run in here and check? Yep. And tiny green cap remaining. Cashing in the ring there on the Death Knight. Also popping the Rejuve potion. Mana and healing coming in there nicely. Okay, Lawliet tries to sneak another expansion. Already has this one up and got about 400 gold out of that one. So up to Terra here to get something going. In terms of food, Terra is slightly ahead, but Lawliet just has a tremendous amount in the bank. So we can close that gap rather quickly here. Get off the treants fast, finishing off the Murlocs now. Going to continue on to the expansion. Those Ghouls of Frenzy, they're pretty good at knocking down expansions.
A player's forces are under attack.
There's fire. Oh, a little bit late on the stone form there. There's a couple of archers coming in from the other direction. And the Nova, very strong against the archers. Good heal scroll to counteract the haze fire. Focus fire onto the Lich and his staff out. Oh, was that Temple out? I thought he wasn't invulnerable for some reason, but so he took the panda with him. So Lawliet losing that fight and losing the expansion on the back of that. Nice Ditto's coming in. Not really getting rid of any mana though. But Lawliet, I think, can afford to lose that fight there. I didn't even notice. Went for 1/1 upgrades on the archers. And continuing to pump out archers. Very strange strategy here. Didn't even notice that he picked up a second Ancient of War at some stage. In fact, 3 Ancients of War.
Players' forces are under attack.
Triple AOW mass archers, is that the tactic here? And picked up a second Hunter's Hall and just pumping the upgrades for them too. Well, you know, archers are very powerful once you get to tier 3 as Night Elf. Get some extra upgrades from the Ancient of War. A lot of damage, a lot of range damage. Interesting tactic. I saw him vulnerable to the AoE from the Lich. The Nova, very strong, but okay, Lawliet just committing mass archers. Let's see how it goes. Bottom picked up with the aura as well, so just all in on these archers. Very unusual strategy. I suppose to counter this, maybe like a meat wagon. Spreading some disease cloud on the archers will be very, very strong. But mass air at the moment for Terra, so it's probably not going to go too well for him against the massed archers. Oh my god, that destroyer. It's melting. Coming back in though, Nova. Ghouls dropping quickly on the approach though. And Breath of Fire onto the Ghouls as well. Heal Scroll to counteract that. Another good Nova, but the air units are going down really, really fast. Both destroyers are dead, and almost all the Ghouls have gone down now. Another Breath of Fire. Once again focusing on the Ghouls. And another destroyer down. So now turning the attention onto the heroes. Look at how fast that Lich is going down. Gets the coil. No invult. Okay, there he is. Invult transfer. Needs to town portal out though. He wants to keep that Lich alive. Oh, well, maybe he can do it. Maybe he can hang in there. The mass archers though starting to hit. Transforms another destroyer, absorbing the treants. Town portal out now. A lot of gargoyles going down. And Lawliet hangs in there. Now Lawliet 15 food ahead after that fight. Fight went pretty damn well. Yeah, the mass here. Good tactics there from Lawliet though, focusing on the ghouls first with the with the panda. I think that worked out really well for him. Look at that panda though, man. 2 Soapy Musks. His mana regen rate is out of control.
A town is under siege.
Garrick's going in for a bit of pressure on to this expansion. Does he know about this one up here in the top right though? Uncertain. Lawliet scouting Terra's attempt at a second expansion. Nice position here, Lawliet. With the scout on the bridge, knows exactly where Terra's going because of that. Does have the owl scouts potentially as well from the bottom. I don't think we've seen any of those utilised so far. There we go, Terra going to have to cancel this expansion attempt.
Are under attack.
Cancelling it really, really late though. I don't know if he even cancelled that. I don't think he got the resources back. Town portaling up to the north. Oh boy, right on top, but that was a monstrous Nova. So much damage, and that Breath of Fire not quite so good. Just taking down the destroyers and fast. Another good Nova though. Oh, so many archers going down. They were so clumped up after that town portal. Is this Terra's moment? Can he hang in there after this fight? And they're very, very low. Still has plenty of mana though. But it looks like Terra winning this one. Lawliet on the run. Nova, Potom in some trouble. Where's the staffs? Oh, staffs out the panda. Potom goes down. Yeah, that was just crazy good value. Those 2 Novas devastating to the archers. Limiting their DPS, doing so much AoE damage. And Terra ends up winning the fight on the back of that. And continuing to pump a few more ghouls. Does have 2 damage upgrades on those ghouls. Those 2 damage upgrades on the Gargs. All offense here. Nova onto the Keeper. Keeper does have the big invult. Has to utilize it there. Panda coming back in now. Good haze fire. Guards seem quite low, but so are the archers. He's turning tail. Another Breath of Fire could be nasty, but Terra turns around at just the right time. And disengages. Right, still with this expansion up here though. Repairing it up as well. Does have the Nature's Blessing, the extra armor on it, so it is taking a bit longer for Terra to knock it down. And Lawliet behind this, sneaking yet another expansion.
A town is under siege.
So even though Terra is trading pretty well in these fights, he's outmined that badly. He will end up losing. Another good haze fire. All the Gargs, the ghouls, up to full. Oh, not quite enough. 5 HP left on that Garg. I'm losing 2. Okay, there it goes. Losing 2 archers in the process. Now level 6 on the Death Knight. Where did all this experience come from? Crazy stuff. Lich also 5.5.
A town is
Whereas the Keeper I think has gone from like 5.2 to 5.5. So just not nearly as much experience. Potom is pretty close to level 3 though. Level 2 Aura. And here comes another wave of archers. Nuked down again by the Nova. Death Knight has to pop the invult. Bit of focus fire onto the Keeper. No, and another Nova onto the Keeper. Archers going down. Both players just above 50 at the moment, but Terra seems to have the momentum. Bringing a couple more ghouls as well as an A-bomb now. Another good Nova. Puts up 2 archers on the back of that. Haze fire onto the undead units. It's getting a little bit low, but oh, so it's the Death Knight. Death Knight getting entangled. Staff out on the panda, keeping it safe. Down goes another archer though. These frenzy ghouls are fast. 2 more archers. 3 in fact. It's gone for the level 3 Unholy Aura. So yeah, combining that up with the frenzy, those ghouls are just chasing down those archers. But Lawliet expansion up and running. Looks like he might have given up hope on this one in the north though, trying to rebuild now. Mixing in a couple hippos. Might not be super effective though. Doesn't have any upgrades for them, and no upgrades coming in from the Hunter's Hall either. Looks like Lawliet gonna try bank for a little bit below 50 food as well.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, no, he's going for Hippo Riders. Okay, well, I suppose that makes a little bit more sense. Terra starting expansion up here. I suppose at the moment Terra does not have any gargoyles, so the Hippo Riders actually could be pretty powerful. Looks like Terra just by chance here building a couple more gargs. I don't think he's done any scouting of the hippos or the Hippo Riders. But man, the focus fire from Hippo Riders can be tremendous. So we'll see if that can counter what Terra's up to here. But once again, they are pretty prone to getting clumped up in the air. Very vulnerable to the Nova as well. Curious to see how this one shakes out now. Yeah, you've probably seen the replay length. This one's a doozy. In for the long haul here. Tiny bit of experience up here. Though not that Terra needs it. Already past where he could creep. Okay, here we go. Starting the fight and finding the statues out the back, the Hippo Riders. Good focus fire. Focusing on the heroes, the Lich taking a lot of damage. Takes down the expansion quite quickly with the ghouls. But all of the gargoyles getting taken down really fast by the Hippo Riders. And now they turn their attention onto the destroyers. Look at that focus fire. That is nasty. Oh, but the Nova's getting them very, very low. The nuke as well from the coil. Oh, that was a nasty haze fire. 3 ghouls going down to that. But the Nova's... Oh. Okay, they're getting away.
A player's forces are under attack.
There's a lot of carnage on both sides. At the end of that, it's about 50 v 50. Terra, though, does have this expansion. Starting to get something going up there top right, and both players have mined out their main mines. That definitely becomes more relevant now. 2 mines versus 1. 3.2k here versus about 500 more gold for Terra in the expansion as well. Starting to walk the Tree of Eternity down to this location. Continuing with the Hippo Riders as well. More Gargs in the mix now for Terra. And more Gargs. Still only 2 on the damage upgrades. Yeah, these Hippos are also very good at harassing the Acolytes on the mine. Very annoying style to play against.
Under siege.
Sending in a whole bunch of treants to try harass the Acolytes on this mine, but destroyers are over there. But yeah, with only 2 Gargs, you can't really push in against those Hippos. They'll take down the Gargs very, very quickly. Okay, here comes Lawliet heading up to the north. Terra has broken upkeep though. Close to 60, Lawliet still staying at 50. Still banking, and looks like trying to play evasively here. Oh, gonna try to pick off a couple ghouls. Good haze fire there. Ghouls very, very low after that. Not quite enough though to kill the others. Oh, that's a lot of Orb of Venom damage onto those Gargs. Got a lot of mana on the statues though, should be able to get rid of that damage. Get that off eventually. Oh, big time nuke onto the Panda here. Has to get staffed out. A lot of health gone though. It's daytime. Reasonable amount of mana, but not incredible from the Moonwells. And not super close to nighttime either. Big time nuke onto the Keeper now. Keeper taking Nova Coil after Nova Coil. And remember where the Tree of Eternity is. It's all the way over here, miles away from the Moonwells. So those heroes taking damage, you know, they don't heal that off very quickly. Oh, Hippo Riders are in some trouble. Oh, Gargs and hot pursuit now. Gargs are a little bit slow, but we have the heroes coming in. Maybe with the Unholy Aura bonus. You see these Hippo Riders in some trouble. Like Terra coming to intercept a little bit. If he can get a Nova off as well, those Hippos could be dead. And quite evasively so far. Lawliet though, just back at base camping at the moment. Okay. Dodging now with the Hippos. And dismounting. Oh boy. Going into stone form here. Lawliet setting up a bit of a trap. Recruiting the Troll Berserker as well. From the mercenary camp. Coming out of stone form. And it looks like he's going to run away with the Hippos. Leave the archers behind. So, you know, cutting his losses. I think he did take down like 2 Gargs there. The cost of, I suppose it was a bit like 5 archers and a Forest Troll Berserker, but better than losing your whole army for sure. Good reactions though from Terra, going straight into stone form. Okay, now coming down to the expansion of the light. Has to hold down here.
A town is under siege.
Rebuilding those archers from the triple ancient wars very quickly, but is it quickly enough? Treviturndi is a beefy boy. 2k life. Needs to bring in maybe like 3 wisps or something, start the repairs. Okay, bit of focus fire on to the Lich. Oh, bit of a fake out there with the Breath of Fire. Doesn't fully dodge it with the stone form.
Town is under siege.
This is carnage. Novas again though, those Hippo Riders not lasting long. Can the Night Elf Tri-Hero do it? We've got the Tranquility active from the Keeper. Keeper getting focused now, but oh my god, the Nova Coil. He's staffed over to here as well. Not very safe in that location. Destroyer in some trouble from the Hippo. Oh, goes down just before the coil arrives. Town portal away. Lawliet staying right on the edge there with the Keeper out of range of further Nova Coil action. But looks like the Tree of Turning might go down here. Lawliet just unable to hold on. Wow, even picked up a Ogre Mauler there. That game Ogre Mauler. And we have access to A-bombs. Oh, and that's the full value Nova. Every wisp going down to that Nova. That's nasty. Look at this. 7 heroes now. She's got 100 gold left here for Lawliet. So, you know, expansion's running dry. Can walk this expansion over to this next position. So it doesn't have to worry about trying to rebuild a tree down there. And we're going to pay that cost. But still quite far behind, and looks like he's just continuing on the Hippo Rider path.
A town is under siege.
Terra though at the moment close to 10 food advantage. Very close to level 6 on the Panda though, and that could be a turning point. Very strong ultimate. Good crowd control as well, especially if he manages to get rid of the destroyers. Cyclone up these heroes. 2 destroyers though. Might be tough to take down both of them. Trent's getting in there for a little bit of damage. We've got 1 Acolyte up there at the moment. Maybe Terra's also waiting for this mine to run out. Send those echoes over there, but those echoes might not be alive because the Hippo Rider's coming in here picking off 2 of them. It's going to have to at least rebuild 1 more Acolyte. Oh, maybe not actually. He's got 1 over here just standing there. And Lawliet has walked the tree across. Got the gold mine entangling, seeing the wisps down there. Terra picking up a 3rd hero. Gonna be the Dark Ranger. Good option there. Silence for the Tranquility. Very powerful.
Forces are under attack.
The Riders getting some nice harass here on the gold though. But they're not going to be available to defend Lawliet's own expansion. No more Acolytes at all. And this expansion also going to get nullified by the mass treants. So is Lawliet going to try going to a full trade here? Just go army for army. probably favors Terra because, you know, you can unsummon a few buildings. Still got a little bit of gold left on the haunted mine. Terra's still about 10 food ahead. Can Lawliet work this miracle? Hit level 6 on the panda with all those acolyte kills, by the way, so that could be big in the next fight. And Lawliet maybe, you know, kind of denying some of the unsummoned potential here, actually just outright destroying these buildings, killing the acolytes too. So Terra maybe not going to be able to reap the rewards from the remnants of his base. Oh, that's a lot of mana onto those destroyers. Good damage onto them though from the orbs of venom. And there we go, going to take down the haunted mine. Only 200 gold left in it as well, it's just not even worth putting another haunted mine on top of if it goes down.
A player's forces are under attack.
Recoil picking off one of the hippo riders. Light on the exit. Destroys scouting for another expansion up in the north, but nothing happening. So looks like we might go into a bit of a camp mode here, so I'm going to go into a bit of a speed boost. No acolytes at all from Terra, okay. Oh. And maybe looking for a way out. Sitting in the treants again.
A player's
End of night time, got a lot of these moonwells at full mana. Alright, get some good damage onto the destroyers. Coil to keep them safe. Treants gonna finish off the haunted mine. Sending over the destroyers there to take care of it. Will they arrive in time? It'll be close. Nope. Okay, running around with the hippo riders now. Weird split at the moment for Lawliet with his army. Very fragmented. Undead army could easily collapse on
a player's forces are under
either
attack.
Portion of this army and
A town is
overwhelm
under
it.
siege.
But Lawliet going for some harass on the buildings in the undead base, trying to stay out of range. Looks like Terra happy to go for the base race. Panda very, very powerful in the base race scenario with the Breath of Fire against buildings. And with 2 Sobi masks too, he's going to have Breath of Fires for days. Going after the back citadel now. Shredder could be in some trouble.
The town is under siege.
Looks like the undead hero is coming back. But now a staff back keeper with the entangle going to try to take care of the A-bomb. Bring in some treants as well. That level 3 entangle, I imagine. No, level 2 entangle. A-bomb may actually be able to survive that. Yeah, and the split army not working out so well for Terra. Lawliet, how many did he lose there? 2 hippo riders? And they're continuing to bash away on the buildings. Undeterred. No, maybe only 1 hippo rider. Still got 4 of them. A-bomb ends up going down, so
are under attack.
I think overall that was a pretty good trade for Lawliet, and he lost a lot of his buildings. Panda popping the ultimate here. But very hard to kill him off, you know. He's got Windwalk on one of the 3 summons. I believe you come back onto the earth portion. So he's going to come back in. Just try to do a little bit of extra damage to the building with the storm portion. There we go. Look at that mana regen though. Draw. Calling draw. Alright, it's not game for the draw. $42 gold. Yeah, that's exactly what he's got. 200, yeah, it's pretty close. Can cash in their items if they need a little bit of extra gold for some purpose, but you know, those double soaping masks, I'm sure Lawliet wants to hold on to those. So powerful on the panda. Is that going to be his strategy though? Just come in with the panda, maybe pop the ultimate, bash away at the buildings for a bit, then run away again. Rinse and repeat. Go on to double time here. We're on to 4 times speed here. Back to double time. Panda, okay, coming across.
A player's forces are under
Bit of a
attack.
diversion maybe from the Hippo Riders, so they're in some trouble from the Nova.
Town is
Meanwhile,
under
the Panda going to work on the units inside the Undead base. Really big haze fire on those ghouls, and they have to run away. Panda going to work on the buildings. Heroes are back now, though. A little bit extra health gone. Silence on the Panda, though. Oh, that could be trouble. Nova Coil, Panda staffing out. Oof, that's a lot of damage, but he's got those fully juiced up Moonwells, so not even too big of a deal. There's nighttime too, so they've got plenty of time to regen. And we're back on to the double time. Alright, wrapping around with the Panda once again. Terror popping his ultimate on the Death Knight, the animate dead, but those things, man, they don't last long, do they? Such a terrible ultimate for the Death Knight. Oh yeah, they're not even going to last long enough to get across and do any damage to the Night Elf base.
Under attack.
Silence. Nova Coil is going to have to staff out again. No staff. And the Panda goes down. What was that, Lawliet? Staff hadn't cooled down? Oh boy. Well, I thought it was looking like Lawliet would just be able to grind out the win just by sending in the Panda and slowly chipping away at the buildings, but now I think Terra's the one with the edge. After taking down that Panda, how's Lawliet? I mean, he can't afford to bring the Panda back, right? Even if he cashes in all of his items,
A town
I
is
don't
under
think he's
siege.
going to have enough money. The Rise come in and get rid of a bit of health from these buildings. Terra doing some scouting, maybe expecting another expansion from Lawliet, but not the case. Undead Hero's coming back now. Disengaging his Lawliet. Oh, why is the Destroyer up here? Getting some good damage in. Undead Heroes though looking for the intercept on the Hippo Riders, but they're up in the air.
Forces are under attack.
And they're out of the way. Trent's doing a little bit of extra damage to the buildings. Every bit counts. Oh man, I thought he might stop and try finish off one or two of those statues on the exit there, but just full retreat mode from the Undead Heroes. Oh. Don't know if the Destroyers want to be taking that engagement though. So badly pitched against them. He's sold all the items from the bottom, still keeping the items on the keeper at the moment.
A player's forces are under attack.
He can bring the Panda. Oh, he can. Didn't think he had enough cash. Okay. What do you sell? The period? How much does that sell for? Maybe it's more than I thought. Oof, close call on that cool. Another animate dead. If the undead went with them, you know, I think with the unholy aura they would be able to get over there and maybe do a tiny bit of damage, but this map's too large and the timer on them is too short.
A town is under siege.
Killing these trees here, trying to open up the path to the hippo riders. So they've got nowhere to hide. Panda just about back now though. Back onto double time here. Killing the trees, killing the trees. Oh, here we go. A couple treants coming in out the back. Destroys. Come back and soak them up. A little bit of damage off the building, so it all counts. And here comes the panda wrapping around the north. Still up in that same position. We've got the owl scout out, keeping tabs on where the undead heroes are. About time Lawliet started using that owl scout. Another one being sent out. The two heroes just waiting at base here. Destroyer on the bridge so you can see when the panda's coming across. Is this going to be a draw? Neither player willing to do anything here. Okay, sending two hippos over to the destroyer, trying to get rid of that, open up the path for the panda. Owl scouts though, keeping tabs on the undead heroes. Here we go, forcing back the destroyer, opening up the bridge for the panda to come across. Can he sneak by and start doing some more damage to this undead base? Okay, here comes the panda. It's night time. Okay, so no draw. Saw the chat there. Lawliet calls him. He says, no, I'm not going to draw. He's going to wait for the staff to cool down. And he's going to attack again. Just slowly chip down these buildings.
A player's
with the breath of fire with the staff. Forcing back the destroyer once again. Panda wants to come across the bridge. Destroyer on the other side. Oh boy, that's in some trouble. Hippo Rider's about to take it down here. Can the Death Knight arrive in time? Yes. For the, okay. No, yes, okay, he's coming back in. Lawliet. What's he up to here?
A player's forces are under attack.
Skin Destroyer's getting harassed by the Hippo Riders. Panda gonna get sent in once more. Got the Owl Scouts out. Trying to find the best path towards the buildings. Couple of items getting cashed in here now by Terra, picking up some staffs himself. Tome of Retraining on the Lich. Death and Decay. That is so strong against buildings. Could probably crush like this whole lump of them here. He gets the chance. There we go. Panda popping the ultimate. Looking to take down a couple of these buildings. Doesn't get much done here though. tiny bit of damage. Oh. Oh. Silence on the panda. Can it run away in time? Looks like he's just fast enough. Gonna be able to walk out of there now. Could have been a cheeky tactic. I suppose not. Maybe it's too risky. I was going to say maybe like try and leave the earth one over here on like no health. So that that's where it resummons to. Speaking of resummoning, he's back on top of the buildings. Lawliet going for the base race. Oh boy, Potham's in some trouble, picking off one ghoul there. Stuffing out the Potham, but that undead army's so fast with the level 3 aura. Chasing down the Keeper now. Keeper Nova Coil in some trouble. Stuff out. Got plenty of juice in those Moonwells, but here we go. Death and Decay on a bunch of buildings. They're going down fast, but the Panda up here in the north. 2 buildings remaining. Panda needs to keep going. Should be bashing away at the altar. Oh man, he didn't get both buildings with that breath. And the Death and Decay ripping through the Night Elf buildings, but it looks like Lawliet's going to take this one. Too many Night Elf buildings out the back here. And the altar is about to fall. GG, Lawliet somehow finds a way to win this one. Just a crazy strategy. No dryads. No laws at all. Just like mass archers into mass hippos. Somehow wins the game. Incredible stuff. Well, that was a marathon. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in to some more Warcraft 3 action. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.